Pete, welcome to In the Chair. How's it going, man?
Give me some elbow. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm nervous.
It's all right. You're allowed to be nervous. It's fine. You're in safe hands.
Please don't it up. I've heard you're the god of hair, so listen, I trust you, and it's a disgrace at the minute, so work your magic with your magic hands.
I will.
But look at them.
Look at this.
Look at them.
Insured.
I almost want you to get closer
pounds.
to me. Come closer to me.
I'm not allowed to come closer to you, unfortunately, because we've got some new rules. So I have to be 2 meters away from you, like we are now, if I don't wear any PPE. But when I put it on, I'm allowed to get stuck right in there.
Oh, I can't wait.
So you'll
sort of
find
turning me
out.
on a little bit, mate. You're getting stuck right in there.
That's what I know. When I've got the protection on, I'll be there.
Oh, it's first time for everything. I don't normally use it.
Well, there is a scoop.
Oh no, I forgot about this bit. Keep your mouth shut.
So, Pete, welcome to the Fudge family. You know, what do you know about Fudge? You know, tell us.
Do you know what? I have used Fudge products, so the sea salt spray I've used for the last couple of years.
Classic.
Do you know what I mean? Good for long hair, innit?
We've got some amazing products that we're gonna use on your hair today. We're gonna do a bit of a transformative haircut. It's gonna get rid of all that dead hair. It's gonna get it looking great, feeling great. You're gonna be walking at you $1 million. You'll get more jobs, more money.
I've walked in like a pound coin, but I'm gonna walk out $1 million, is that what we're saying?
There.
It's effectively your way of telling me that I look like I woke up in a wheelie bin and we're gonna change that?
Tell me about your hair. How do you feel about it?
So I had really, really short hair for a long time and then grew it because everyone told me I was going bald. I'm not.
Proving them wrong, I like your style.
Proving them wrong. But now it's got to a point where it's just a bit of a mess.
And you're kind of known for your hair, that is your thing. Do you feel like you can't do anything different to it now? Do you feel attached to it too much?
Do you know what, it's one of them things with social media and anything else, whatever you do, there's going to be some Doris in Doncaster telling you it's wrong. I don't really give a monkey's what Doris says. I just feel like it needs sorting out.
It needs a bit of love, and we need to try and get that shape back in there that's going to be better for you. I know what it's like. You know, I did a similar thing. I grew my hair out. Didn't manage to get it as long as yours because I don't think I could pull it off as well as you do. But
thanks, mate.
I know what it's like. You're welcome. You know,
just say it again.
I don't think I would look as good as you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Don't put yourself down, but I agree.
How do you think social media is going to react when I cut Pete Wicks' hair?
Do you know what? It's going to be a mixture because a lot of people for years have been saying, you look stupid.
Just that?
Yeah. And then they talk about my hair. I don't really give a monkey's what anyone else thinks.
I love that. I don't either. You know, I always just try and make you look the best possible version of you, and my opinion counts on that.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to tell you something about your life. At the end of the day, I mean, my reaction to that is generally f*** off.
Do you get it face to face?
I have done a few times, yeah. I mean, it's generally a struggle not to give people a slap, but, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do.
Like, it's just such a strange thing to think about, that how you would react to someone who would be a keyboard warrior, like straight in front of you.
I've had some really interesting experiences, actually. I've had people scream at me in the street. I've had people in garages winding their car windows down as I'm filling up the car. My mum's basically my security.
Mine too, I love that.
Which is worrying. But yeah, anything happens. My mum basically didn't have social media before I started doing all the telly stuff. Then she got social media, she wanted to keep up with stuff. So I've never watched myself on telly, I've never watched one thing I've done, and I don't really pay attention to it. My mum watches everything. So if I do something on telly she don't like, she'd call me next day and go, here, see you last night, bit of a dickhead, need to apologise for that. All right, mum, yeah, whatever. And then if I'm on Instagram, if I put anything on Instagram and someone says something she don't like, my mum replies, Tracy Wicks pops up. Who do you think you're talking to? I don't know who, honestly, I don't know who she thinks she is.
Yes, Tracy.
And then she'll start a row with people. Yeah, me and my mum have got a really interesting relationship. She's not just like my mum, she's like my best mate, so.
No, I totally get that.
She's the only one that tells me the truth. She calls me out on a lot of stuff. To be honest with you, I don't think my mum particularly likes me.
Sometimes I know that my mum loves me, but then sometimes she'll say stuff and I'm like, yeah. You do know I'm your son. No, I wouldn't swap her for anything, I have to say. I know the
All
white
right,
guy's gonna...
fucking hell, mate. Do you know what I mean? You got your brownie points, all right? Your Christmas present is sorted. My mum's just disowned me after watching this. Right, try and make me look more of a wanker.
Wait till I cut your hair. You said you haven't had a haircut for 10 months. So obviously you didn't try and cut it yourself in lockdown?
No, in lockdown, to be honest with you, I was too drunk in lockdown to do anything. It was a struggle for me to get up in the mornings, if I'm honest with you.
Really?
Well, I live on my own. It's just me and the dogs, and we spent, when I say we, I mean, they weren't drunk. I was drunk.
That's fine.
So I spent an awful long time just talking to the dogs really in lockdown. That was as exciting as it got for me. I did pick up some new hobbies.
Nice. What hobbies have you got?
I bought quite a few colouring books.
Lovely.
I spent an awful long time colouring stuff in. I mean, it was a bit of a nightmare at the beginning because I had to work my way towards being a good colourer. So I started off with sort of 5 to 6 year olds colouring books, just painting in hippos and stuff. But when I mastered that, I did move on to dragons and things. So.
Did you stay in the lines?
Well, yeah. But yeah, so lockdown was pretty dull for me, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't really do much. It was just me. I bought an awful lot of shit that I'm never going to use.
What was the most random thing you bought in lockdown?
The most random thing I bought, I mean, I did buy some knee-high cowboy boots that I thought at some point... Strong, yeah. I thought, listen, they look great. They turned up, they don't look great. They don't look great at all. I look f***ing ridiculous.
Why cowboy boots?
Watched Star is Born, didn't I? If Bradley Cooper can do it, I can. Turns out, I can't. So I'm not just here for a haircut, am I? What is this in the chair thing?
I thought it was a great way for people at home to see what really happens in a hair appointment between a hairdresser and a client. And it just so happens that the client tends to be someone that they would want to watch.
Blokes do have, there's like this thing that blokes have more loyalty to their barber than they do to their bird. Because they know, honestly, it's like a social thing now, isn't it, for geezers to go and get their hair cut. The thing is, I just need a lot more help styling all of this. And obviously you've got so many products, I need to know what to do with them because I'm a bit lame when it comes to knowing what to do with me barnet. Having a skinhead for so many years means that it's a bit of a struggle for me to know what to do with it. And that's why it always looks a little bit ropey.
Well, this is a big thing. It's actually a problem most guys have, is that they don't actually know about styling. They think everything in terms of haircuts or hair length. You know, they have pictures of all of these things that are achieved by lots of products. And today, I'm going to show you how to get the best out of your hair and how we are going to do it for you and how you can do it, more importantly, yourself at home. You can make me look good all the time because it's not worth it if I make it look amazing today and then you make it look shit for the next 6 weeks. I want you to make it look bang on every day.
And that's what we're going to do, yeah?
That's what we're here for.
Honestly, mate, you're just a person, you're the man I've always been looking for.
I get told that a lot. My goal in life is to be that.
To be the man that I'm looking for. Mate, you should get, listen, I could take you for a tattoo. Listen, Fudge is all about like not sticking to the rules and all that. Like you're a bit clean cut.
Okay.
Let's mix you up a bit.
Where would you tattoo me?
Face.
Like Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Fudge man.
You saved that.
Snip.
Nailed it.
Mate, listen, I've got this. Snip, snip.
Should we get a biro and see if it works?
Get me a biro. Oh no, you'd have to do it yourself, wouldn't you? I can't touch her. Just dying to touch her.
We'll get you in PPE and you can do it.
Fabulous. That's what we're going to do. I want you cutting my hair with snip, snip on your fingers.
Well, we like to work with people who, you know, like you said, you know, we colour outside the lines a bit. They've got that side hustle. They work in different ways. They do different things. People obviously know you from Towie and Reality Star. You know, you got any side hustles? What's your other things that you do?
To be honest with you, I would say the reality and the TV stuff is like a side hustle for me.
Nice.
I've got quite a checkered past of doing all sorts of things that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Like what?
I mean, before I did TV, I worked in the city for 10 years. I was a...
Did not expect that.
International sales director for a medical recruitment company.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, there's a brain somewhere. Yeah, when you do like TV stuff or especially what I do with like Towie or whatever else, people just see you as someone that's never worked before. They see you as someone that just kind of got lucky, ended up on TV and just falls in and out of nightclubs. And listen, I do that, an awful lot. But I have done other things previous and I do other things outside of that. I'm a bit of a workaholic.
I love that. There's more to Pete Wicks than people expect.
Yeah, I mean, not much more, but there is a bit more, yeah. I like to be busy. I like learning new things. You only get one shot at this kind of life, so you're best off trying everything once, isn't you?
I'm for that. And I think if one day I'm going to learn the thing that's going to make me rich, and then I can just live on a beach.
100%. I already look like I've been on a beach for about 3 years.
I know.
Tom Hanks in Castaway.
You've got that vibe. Lockdown gave me one thing in life, apart from other skills, I finally got a tan.
No, mate, you look good. You don't want to be too tan anyway. I mean, if you look like me, I look like a baked bean in a wig.
Do you struggle with it from a perspective where you can't just go and do normal things? You know, you've always got to have like the game face on whenever you go out or anything like that. I know obviously your reputation at times, but
you've always got to be happy, and you've always got to be nice, and some days you just want to be on your own. I've become a proper recluse.
Yeah,
so I go out and do whatever I do, and whenever I'm out, and you've got to be on top form. But then when I sit at home, I rock back and forth on the sofa regularly. And I'm quite lucky, really, touch wood, that most people are really lovely. But you miss having a bit of a private life. Private life's a happy life, and I'm actually quite a private person. So that's why you kind of end up, or the way I've always kind of done it or got through it without it kind of getting to my head is having like almost like a separate character. Do you know what I mean? You're still yourself, and I'm still myself in all the telly stuff I do, but Pirate Pete and P are two slightly different people. It's a version of yourself that you're happy for everyone to condemn, and you're happy for everyone to judge and whatever else, and you don't really give a monkeys, because that's not really the true person that you are.
You know, we'll get you a strong look, and you could be a new person, and maybe the issues that you face will not necessarily be an issue
Being
anymore.
a new person might be beneficial to me, because people won't recognise. It looks a little bit like that that used to be on Essex. No, it can't be, because he's got a lovely new haircut. Pirate Pete to Preppy Pete.
Preppy Pete, that is in.
Start wearing cardigans and all that.
Yeah, we'll get you a nice little scarf that will...
Cravat.
A little cane.
I'll go back to me work voice.
Yeah, we'll get you a top hat instead of the
Mate, we've
fedora.
got this. We've got this. Basically, we're just transforming me into a good person.
Yeah, or the Monopoly guy. I mean, we're in.
With a monocle on it.
We'll get you a monocle if you want.
Oh, fabulous, mate. I can't wait, and a cane.
So, Pete, you're obviously, you know, we've discussed fame, and you're known for obviously being on telly and lots of different shows. What show would you love to do?
Do you know what? It's a tough one, because I like doing anything that would take me outside of my comfort zone. So anything I would never really get a chance to do. So I suppose at the minute, like SAS would be a great one.
And you did, you obviously did Celebs Go Dating and all of that stuff. Do you genuinely go on that and think, I'm going to find the woman of my dreams, or are you apprehensive right off the bat?
I think you're apprehensive off the bat, but you never know. Do you know what I mean? Love comes in all shapes and sizes, and it hits you when you least expect it. But for me, I like dating. I've been single most of my life, so I find it quite easy. I've never had a bad date. The whole dating thing I find really, really easy. It's never been something that I've struggled with in terms of getting dates or going on dates. It's the relationship and the bit past that. It's not my forte, I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty shit at that.
Do you think that'll change?
I'd love it to change. Listen, we all want a fairy tale, don't we? Like, do you know what I mean? You're married, you've got a kid, like that whole fairy tale, everyone wants that. But what I've learned, especially over the past year or couple of years, is that you've all got to run your own race. It will happen when it happens for you. And if you start worrying about what everyone else is doing, that's when people settle. And I don't want to settle for something that I don't want. So, listen, I might not meet anyone till I'm 50, 60, and by that point, I mean, if I make it to 50, 60, I'll be lucky. But if that's what my life is going to be, then that's what it's going to be. I'd rather just enjoy as much as I can and do things for the right reasons, rather than doing it because I feel like that's what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Too many people worry about the destination. They worry about where they're going and where they're going to be, and they
all about the journey.
They forget about the journey, mate. And the journey's the exciting bit, isn't it?
So, Pete, now I know lots about you. My turn to get my hands on your hair.
I almost forgot we were having a haircut.
We are definitely going to have a haircut now, for sure. Are you nervous?
I'm shaking like a dog now.
Like I said, you're in safe hands. I wouldn't make you look stupid. You look stupid, I look stupid.
All right, fine. Let's do it. I'm ready for it.
We've got to put on a little bit of PPE. You want to see a magic trick?
Go on then.
There we go.
Mate, what is this? Are
Like,
you joking, mate?
No.
I look like a bin man.
This is precaution. We're being safe. You know, there's COVID. We are
It's
trying.
not a nuclear war, though, is it? Right, come on then, let's get on with it.
Can you just put your mask on?
Oh, for God's sake.
Ready?
Do I look ready?
Pete, we're back. It's gone. How are we feeling? Are we still friends?
Honestly, I love it.
Yes, you do.
No, I actually do, mate. It looks so much healthier. Genuinely, it looks works. I'm happy. You've done all right there. It's going to be so much easier to manage, isn't it, really? This is big for me. This is big.
It's big. It's much shorter than you had it, probably much shorter than you anticipated, but the benefits in the condition.
Got ears again, look.
You have. You've got, like, and it just looks so much better.
I look 10 years younger. I only
Easily.
look 40 now. Honestly, mate, I'm over the moon.
So,
You are the hair god.
now obviously under normal circumstances, I'd be in there, I'd style it, I'd teach you how to do it. Guidelines are a bit tough with the masks and the goggles and the glasses and all the other stuff for me to be able to really teach you about your hair. So I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna teach you how to do it from here, 2 meters away, and you're gonna do it yourself.
Problem we've got is I'm a bit cack-handed, right? And this is not my forte. The styling bit is the bit I find the hardest.
So if I can teach you to do it verbally right now and you can do it,
You can teach anyone.
first things first, we're gonna keep that good condition. So you're gonna get a little bottle there called One Shot.
One shot, right? What do I do with this?
Now that is gonna give you really nice condition, really boost it. It's gonna get it ready for what we're gonna do. So that is step one.
So it's a lovely leave-in, strengthening and detangling treatment spray.
So you're gonna just
I'm
mist
armed.
it everywhere, get it all in.
What do you mean mist it everywhere?
Well, spray it as you move your hair.
What, like that?
Yeah, but move your hair a
Oh,
little
right.
bit. Jesus, there
Like
we go.
that?
Bit more,
Is that what you mean?
bit more. Yeah, but
It's all over the
we'll make that
fucking mirror
work.
now. Like that?
Yeah. But now what we want to do is we want to make sure that it's got some nice hold
Someone
and
do it with leg.
shine. So you need to get that tube that says blow dry aqua primer.
This one.
That's the bad boy right there.
Weightless heat protection, long-lasting smoothness and hold.
It's got everything. Yeah, so this is just going to go in before we dry it. It's basically a primer similar to like a makeup primer. This is going to get your hair in the optimum condition, ready and prepped for what we're going to style it with. It's got anti-humidity, heat protection, everything that you could imagine that's going to benefit your hair before you start doing anything is in that tube. So you're going to put like 50p. Yeah,
About that?
fine, that's fine. You're going to
Yeah.
rub it into your hands, front and back. It turns to water. And then you're going to run it through your hands, run it through your hair, get it everywhere.
Get it everywhere. Just like that, yeah?
Just like that. We're going to do the final bit before we get a bit of scrunching going on.
Final bit before the scrunching.
Final bit before the scrunching.
Okay. You've just been warming me up so far. You haven't gone right in, have you?
Not yet,
No.
not yet. Teasing.
Just teasing me.
Teasing.
Oh, you
Now,
dirty
in
dog.
for the kill. Get that bottle, that lovely, amazing bottle that says salt spray on it. So, salt spray.
Hold on. I'll do it. Salt spray. Marine-rich texture spray with all-day hold and UV protection. Sounds very exotic.
It is very exotic, and that's what makes it so good. It's going to give you that real texture like you've been for a swim in the Côte d'Azur, and you get out onto the beach, and you've got amazing hair. That's what it's going to do.
So you put this on before blow drying? Because I always put it on after.
There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can put it on wet hair, you can put it on dry hair. The benefit you're going to get is that if you put it on wet hair, it's going to dry into that much nicer, beachy texture. Same as if you go into the sea, your hair gets wet, you come out, it dries, and that's how you get the beachy texture. If you put it on dry hair, it's still going to give you texture, but not as much as if you do before you start blow drying it.
Right, okay, got it. So am I just whacking this in?
You're going to just spritz that all over the place like you did before. This product is everyone's
How much do you put in?
favourite.
Is that enough?
One more, good luck. Yeah, done. That was 2 more.
I know, listen. Keep it even. Right, and then what am I doing
For
now?
that, we're ready.
God, you don't know how much I wish you were doing this to me. Okay, right, so now what then?
We're gonna blow dry.
I never, ever used to blow dry my hair.
What you're gonna do is you're then gonna start to scrunch your hair and just start to really blast it. You wanna get as much movement in there as possible. You're gonna lift it up from the roots and just really blast all of it, but keep pushing it into the style that you want. So you want it pushed back a little bit, you want a bit of lift, and you want to bring out that texture. So you're going to scrunch it in clumps and blast it with a hairdryer and really just work through that.
Okay, let's give it a go then.
That's got some lift in it. Right, so we're nearly there.
I'm not sure this is what we intended, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
See, right, here's a top tip for you. Everyone who does their hair at home,
Yeah.
they get to this point and it's not what they envisage in their head, but it's not finished. So they
Okay.
start messing around with it and pulling it out and getting rid of all the volume and all the shape you're putting in, and then it falls out in
Right.
2 seconds into a shape you didn't want. So this way is how we start to get it where you want it to go. So
Okay.
now, you're gonna take the hairdryer again, you're gonna turn it on, there's 2 buttons on the top. One's red, one's white.
Yeah.
Turn the white one down. So press the white one. Now, you're gonna keep it as it is, but you're gonna start to just shape your hair. Hold it where you want it to hold it and just blast the roots.
Like that?
Yeah. And you're just gonna run your hands through it and start to shape it how you want it to sit. I'm a fan. Sometimes the key here is that when you think you've got it, stop and just have a look, because you can overdo it. So, you see the pot with the grey lid?
So this is the Sculpt matte head mouldable.
It is indeed.
It's all right, mate, I've got you.
As I was saying, this is one of our new product innovations, and what's so good about this...
Is it because it's got a flexible, medium hold and long-lasting matte finish?
Yes, it is. If you'd let me finish.
Oh, I could have told you that, it's all right.
What this is great for is it's going to give you the opportunity to be able to style your hair now. It's going to set, it's going to give you a nice matte finish, but the mouldable element of it is that it's going to last throughout the day, allowing you to rework your hair, reshape it, and be able to get multiple looks. So it can take you from day to night. So what you're going to do is you're going to take like a fingernail size amount. Yep, that works. Palm of your hand, really rub it in, everywhere, in between your fingers. Right, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start from here and you're gonna start to work it into the roots. Don't go near the front just yet, and then you're gonna work towards the front.
Yeah.
And then now you're gonna go back over the top and just start to style it and shape it in place with the residue that's left on your hands. Because again, what a lot of people do, they put loads on their hands, they go straight for the front. This goes really heavy and greasy, separates, you don't get any shape out of it.
Okay.
How's that feeling?
Yeah.
See, it just grooms it that little bit more. It's a little bit more shape and polish.
Oh, look at that, mate. Look at that little wave.
And that's what you want. And the way I've cut your hair is I've gave you more shape through the front that allows you to be able to just throw it from side to side. So you've just got a bit more freedom, a bit more flexibility, and the perfect product to do that. It's like you're reborn as a new man.
I agree. It's like you've given birth to me.
We're at that time. It's the final product. It's going to make it the final look. I'm going to take that tin over there of texture spray. So texture spray
Creates instant volume and tousle texture.
It does indeed. So what it's going to do is it's going to give you hold, but it's going to boost the texture in your hair by giving it more shape. So it won't be sticky, it'll be a bit more dry. So it's not going to make it go wet or anything like that. It's just going to give it that nice firm hold, but amplify the texture you've got.
So it's better than like hairspray or something?
It is a bit like hairspray, it's just different. What this is designed to do is to showcase and amplify the texture in your hair rather than hold it and set it in place. So it just has a slightly different use, and it's great for things like that and that tousle texture, which is what you've got.
But it does still have a hold factor of 7.
It does still have a firm hold.
Fabulous. We like a firm hold, don't we, mate?
You're just gonna Hold your hair in place where you want it, and then start to just mist over it. Go. Yeah, and then you can start to move your hair a little bit to make sure it gets in there. And
How much do we put in of this stuff?
A little bit more, a little bit through the front. Okay, yeah, mate, I think you're good with that.
How's that?
I mean, I'm a fan.
Mate, look at that.
Like, worldy now, mate.
I'm a solid 6 now, aren't I? Mate, I love it.
And you are free to get away from me, my hazmat suits, my rubbish chap, and you are now a new man.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't feeling too chirpy this morning when I come here. I didn't really trust you. I hair and you put me in a suit. It was all looking like a car crash, but now I've got the perfect hair, using the perfect products with a perfect hairdresser.
Pete, you love your hair. I'm thrilled you do. You've been an amazing guest. This has been an awesome episode. I'm so happy you are here to be in the chair. Normally, we finish off the episode where the guest gets their chance to do my hair. But with COVID and all the other stuff that's going on and the protocols and the precautions, we can't do it this time. So we're gonna have to think of something else. You got any ideas?
What about, at a later date, I take you to get a tattoo on your hands?
I can't on my hands, that's my job.
Why not? Mate, I mean, I'll be honest with you, they're not that great now. They're like sausages. I'm just trying to kind of build you up. They're the tools to your trade and that. You want to...
Hey, I've just gave you a haircut. I thought we were mates.
No, the haircut's great. What you do with them is fabulous.
No,
they just don't...
No.
Just...
No.
Like, chipolatas. What do I do now? Thanks for watching In the Chair with Jonathan Andrew, Fudge Professionals, and me, Pete Wicks. That was fucking smooth.